Hey now.
Hey now.
Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Boom. Bada bing. Hold on 1 second here. As always, let's do a little bit of huh? 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 Darth.
You're a good dancer. You should dance more often.
Yeah. Remember when we first met?
Yeah.
The dancing situation I got made fun of.
So funny.
Probably shouldn't do that live. Or talk about that live. You see the agenda. Let me preface by saying, holy crap. Today was insane. For anybody that's a Star Wars fan, I'm almost shaking with excitement. I basically poopied my pants 19 times today. I'm wearing adult diapers as we talk. Announcement after announcement, and then from the Star Wars announcement, you have other companies doing announcements. Just an insane day. So the agenda is probably going to be all over the place. So I'll let you lead, and then we'll kind of go from there.
Well, let's start with the Obi Wan show coming tonight, midnight. Super stoked about that.
So
and I would like to preface is that you and I fell in love because of our love for Star Wars. I wouldn't even have given you a second chance if it wasn't for Star Wars. Seriously, it's really hard to find a partner that can carry on a Star Wars conversation for hours within hours. I'm a huge Star Wars fan. So are you. We always debated who's the bigger one and everything. I always win. And Star Wars is just our thing together. Just want to
love it, and you're absolutely right. That is what connected us. So to segue that with the excitement of the love of one another being reignited by, I think it is a perfect segue, because one thing that I did want to kind of talk about was, I think prior to, 6 months to a year, Star Wars was just going downhill and downhill to the point where, I'll be really honest, I sold off what I would say 75%, if not 80% of our collection, 30 to 50 troopers, if not more. I was just going downhill and downhill. What they did with that trilogy was just a travesty, really a travesty. It's 3 of the most awful movies of all time. There are some saving graces in between. And, today we went down that rabbit hole of, yes, I do think The Last Jedi was decent, especially in comparison to that awful part 3. Nonetheless, that brings us to now. What Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni have done for the franchise. They're basically, think about George Lucas that was just kind of ripped in half. Now you have Jon Favreau and you have Dave Filoni, which is better for us because you have the guidance of 2 people that are all over the place on this. They're leading the trajectory on this. They've done a fantastic job. And then going forward, we now have Ahsoka and more Mandalorian, Andor. They're just spreading their footprint, and where they started in animation, they now are in live action. And I think you would agree, now bet more than ever, Star Wars is alive, and it is what they have on screen is better than what we've seen in years.
Oh yeah, most definitely. It gives us new hope for Star Wars.
Yeah, there you go. And as far as Obi Wan tonight, I think there's a countdown on here. So let's go back to the countdown real quick on here. I had to bring those 2 up because earlier, as we saw those 2, it was just like, man, seeing Hayden and Ewan together on screen again was absolutely just insane. So wait a minute, is the countdown? No, it's gone. They did have a countdown earlier on here.
Yeah, seeing Hayden after all these years, it was so nice to see him. In the movies, like, he was just subpar, but like seeing him like really brought back the nostalgic feelings of watching Star Wars back in the 90s, like the first 3 episodes. Yeah, it was so nice to see him.
Yeah, and I think for sure we are definitely going to do the stay up late thing. We got here. Oh, hey, Doc. Woo! Doc in the house. I need a pair of pants too. Yes, I mean, who doesn't need a pair of pants? Yeah, I think just again tonight's just going to be the Mandalorian's good.
I think he was referring to he probably poopied himself too because of the excitement.
Oh, I guess it was so far ago that I forgot that I pooped my pants from excitement. I'm sorry. Hey, that's why my wife is here to help guide me through things like that. Forgive me. Anyways, yeah, I'll poopy my pants. I'll probably poop my pants tonight. In fact, there's no way through those 2 episodes, as far as emotions go and controlling my body, I'm gonna cry and I'm gonna poop my pants. I don't know if I'll piss myself, but definitely poopy and cry. I don't know about you.
Definitely cry. I feel like I want to cry just talking about it.
Yeah, I can't wait. I don't know if it's gonna be too late. I feel like afterwards, I really want to jump on and just like throw reactions out there to it. But I think that's another conversation for another time.
You should just record yourself.
Yeah, I just can't stress again. Like this to me is like it's like everything starting over again. The Mandalorian was almost like they started revving the engine. Boba Fett was good. I think that obviously you told me to shut the hell up 100 times during the last episode. I wasn't a fan of the last episode of Boba Fett, but overall, we still had fun with it. We love the theme. The fact that it's reminiscent of the old times and stuff was really, really fun as well. So I just can't stress enough the excitement, and our household is at a 10. And when we say cry, we're not lying. I mean, I feel like a lot of fans probably can empathize and feel that same feeling with us, but we will probably literally shed tears at some of the parts of this episode tonight. I don't know if you agree with me.
Oh my God, for sure.
Which I guess next to segue would be Andor. You said you can hear the sound on this, all right?
Yep.
All right, let's Andor this up. So the Andor trailer was released today. Just can't stress enough again. Super excited for this show now. Prior to the trailer, it was kind of like they're making an Andor show. And then I hate to bust on you a little bit. Even today when I brought up Andor, weren't you like, for a second there, you struggled like, who? What? Who the hell's Andor?
I mean, I didn't invest in those characters in that movie because they all died. So it's like, I bet you this is going to be very depressing, very dark, because we know how it's going to end for this guy.
Well, unfortunately, I feel like we should wait sometimes and do a true reaction. This will be the second or third time. It's almost like we held back a little bit on it. But the trailer was indeed dark, just like we said. It truly does show that evil side of the Empire. So with that, let's go ahead and dive right in. Can you see this okay still?
Yep.
Street Profits. So if anybody notes there, that is one giant piece of Beskar that he is bashing on top of. Already the music too.
So haunting.
Absolutely haunting. What? When I see the clone drop ships, I can't handle this trailer right now, especially after Street Profits. The shots are almost like I'm in an artistic gallery in San Francisco. Stupid good. Legendary actor.
That's what a reckoning sounds like.
Just need to contain myself. I mean, bursting with emotion. Honestly, bursting with emotion watching that. Just insane. I think we would probably agree together. Surprise hit of anything that's been released recently. Did you? Oh, we don't want us to hear this guy. Did you think that was going to be as good as that was?
No, not at all. No, actually, I'm kind of confused who that is, though. I'm thinking Caspian. It's not Caspian, is it?
Yeah, I mean, here's where we're going to probably look like bad fans. I thought it was Caspian Andor or something like that. I thought that's his full name, something along those lines. But that was the guy that was trying to, I don't want to say mac it with, the girl there in Rogue One, but that was, he was at first trying to go against her, try to kill his dad. Hold on, what do we got here? You're my best friend in the world for commenting right now, buddy. What is it we got here? I am terrible at streaming with this thing right now. Anything with spaceships gets me excited. Yeah. That trailer to me was like, I really can't stress enough. It brought tears to my eyes. So yeah, the crew that was basically perished at the end of Rogue One, which we should make that cast one day. Rogue One, the best Star Wars movie of all time, in my opinion, one of the best Star Wars movies of all time.
One of the best.
One of the best. I still think it's a little bit better than The Empire Strikes Back, but we'll have that another time. But yeah, Andor was the one that was, paired up with that girl at one point to, destroy the Death Star. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know what you talk. He was one of the main protagonists too, with the girl.
Yep, and then basically again they all died at the end. It's a ballsy move. I don't want to dawn on it too much. It's a ballsy move, in my opinion, to go for something like Andor, because out of all the characters that they could have plucked from, they went with Andor. But anyways, yeah, I think that, again, as far as news today, I wanted to highlight, I'm going to be all over the place with this stupid website of theirs. Some of the highlights as far as news today that I wanted to segue to. What was that first one that was called? And you were asking me what it was about, the Skeleton Crew.
Yeah, with Jude Law.
Yeah, and can you remember exactly what I told you it was about?
No.
So Skeleton Crew, from my understanding, is like a band of children who are lost. I'm trying to find it in here. It's too bad. I found it earlier on here. It was a band of children that are lost in the galaxy, and then includes Jude Law. So either Jude Law is the bad guy, which based off of Jude Law being included on it, I would say that he must be the bad guy from it. Here we go. There's so many like navigational ways through this site right now that I am. But yeah, my guess is Jude Law is definitely going to be the bad guy in this. Given that it said it's about a bunch of kids. Now, it said that it is set in the same era as The Mandalorian and Ahsoka. I can't find it. I can't find it for the life of me. There's that picture again, though. That is just, man, bringing back memories. Yeah, it said it was about a bunch of kids lost in space and stuff. So Jude Law, the Skeleton Crew. It's driving me nuts that I can't find the gallery with it right now.
You can get back to it and then go into something else.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, I just wanted to show the picture of it on there. That's all. But anyways, Skeleton Crew was pretty cool. It leads us to, with all the announcements, Sideshow Collectibles. Here are the two most, I guess, there was a bunch of announcements. You have people that are walking through the, dare I say again, to start a fight with you, the con today. You have a bunch of people that are walking through the con today, or the celebration, whatever the hell you want to call it. There's going to be an insane amount of announcements. I guess for the sake of time, let's roll. I'm going to hit the refresh. Maybe something else has come up on here. I'm going to roll with what's priced and on the site for now, because there's so many things that are going to get announced that we could sit here for probably 2 hours figuring things out. Very quickly to go through these basically blacklisted announcements. These ones we have no idea if will ever come to fruition. That's the fact of these. We have no idea if these will ever come to the light of day, so we're not going to spend too much time on these. A clone commander. There's so many clone announcements. I don't know if you agree with me. Is there anything you want to talk about a clone?
I don't like clones.
There you go. There's the answer on that one. Now, Paz Vizsla. Basically, if you remember, we had the figure called the Heavy Mando. He was the big blue one that we sold off. Do you remember that guy?
Yeah, with the cool jetpack.
Yeah, with the giant jetpack. Now they're making another one, which I think everybody's now pissed off. The only difference is between the one that we had and the new one, I believe, is there's like a blue shield that he used when him and the Mandalorian were fighting in that one scene for the Darksaber. So there's going to be a reissue, dare we call it. So there's another Heavy Mando coming out. I'm not sure if that excites you whatsoever.
Nope.
Now, an RT is exciting. It's basically a mini Walker from the Clone Wars. Hopefully that one comes to the light of day. When we click through these guys, I believe it's going to be in shot, so it should be there. RT is very exciting. And then my wife's going to be, I hate to speak for her ahead of time, she's going to be insanely excited for any type of Darth Vader announcement. So I pray that this Darth Vader does make it to the light of day. I can't remember many that they've announced that didn't. You know, there's a lot when we do these Comic-Cons or whatever, how we wanted to define this celebration that never come to light of day. But again, Darth Vader, really hoping that this one comes. So I don't know your thoughts on that.
Of course, we're going to get in a heartbeat.
So the only difference would be, like, do you think it's going to be any difference from our Empire Strikes Back one, you know, versus the Obi Wan Darth Vader? I couldn't imagine there being much aesthetic differences. I don't know your opinion on that as well.
I think I'm not going for aesthetics differences, but I'm just going because it's from Obi Wan, the show. You know what I mean? It's long-awaited. Like, I want to know, like, you know, it's just exciting to find out what he's done all those years in Tatooine and stuff, and Hayden Christensen coming back. So my want for Darth Vader is more emotional, if anything. So I don't care what it looks like. I want it.
Yeah, and what a good kind of like back and forth segue again to tonight. It's hilarious for me to even think, saying, hey, are we going to get the Darth Vader figure? After 2 episodes running through our veins tonight, you're probably going to be like, hey, is that up for pre-order? Is that for pre-order? I guarantee you we're going to want that immediately, depending on what happens tonight. And we have no idea what type of role he's going to play in this. I know that's what everybody, I know that we keep asking. Vader's mainly in his suit. I don't know what the hell Hayden has to do with him being in his suit would have, you know, as far as an actor. Darth Vader is very large. I don't think Hayden would actually be the one inside the suit. He must be doing out of suit stuff. Whatever the hell we call that, baka chamber or something like that. So I don't know, again, your opinions on that, or if it's purely just, you know, that chamber, or maybe some flashbacks. Are you there, babe? Oh, my wife walked away. Anyways, I had it in full screen mode. Didn't see that she walked away. The next one. Oh, what'd you say?
I said I was back.
Oh, okay. Well, I went on a rant about Darth Vader for a second. I'm not sure if you heard it.
I heard you. They have to use somebody else. I mean, they used Dave Prowse for, you know, to play him, and then James Earl Jones to do the voiceover. So maybe when they do Vader, Hayden Christensen will do. Well, he doesn't even really sound like Vader either. But he's not tall enough or bold enough to be Darth Vader either. So
I'm sure there's a bunch of people yelling at us like, oh, this is already confirmed. James Earl Jones. Hopefully he's voicing him.
Really?
If the helmet's on, why would you not want him to voice him at this point?
He's still alive. I'm so confused. Really?
James
cool.
Earl Jones?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the guy's still alive. laughing because like in our community, in our life, like that'd be a pretty big announcement.
That
He
would
died.
be, yeah.
Now
I'm
the guy
sorry.
that you were talking about, Dave Prowse, I'm pretty sure. Rest in peace,
No,
Dave.
I've not yet. I think he's just really ill, right?
What? Really ill? What are you,
Like
his
just like
doctor
old
or
age.
something?
From old age.
No, I'm pretty sure Dave is
Really?
dead.
Oh, that's
Yeah. Hey,
sad.
Lucas. Hey,
Hi.
buddy. I don't know if anybody can comment. I'm pretty sure Dave is dead. James is alive. It'd be hilarious at the end of this. A, we're going to hell, and James is dead, and Dave is alive. I mean, hey, we don't know what's really happening there. But yeah, I believe that James Earl Jones is 100% alive and kicking. So, anyways,
Well, that'd be cool if he does do Vader. Yeah, that would be.
this nice guy. How am I, Casey? I'm doing great. How are you doing, Casey, wife?
I'm doing awesome. Yeah, fantastic. Thanks for asking.
Appreciate that. So yeah, again, James Earl Jones. Hopefully he's alive and voicing it. And I could probably Google it right now. It's probably ridiculous we're even having this conversation. Probably sound like idiots. James Earl Jones is definitely alive.
Yes.
Dave, unfortunately, I don't think he's ill. I think he's dead.
I think that would be really huge in the community, though. I never heard if he did or.
Oh my god. What's his name? Dave. What am I on this
Prowse.
1980s engine?
Pave.
Dude,
Prowse.
I'm on Edge going to Google because Edge is such a piece of crap. David Prowse.
Oh, I get David Prowse. Okay.
Right here. Oh my god. No way.
No, years active.
Whoa.
That's years active. See, 2020, he passed away. Wow, I had no idea.
Oh, years active. Okay. So we were only 2 years off. I mean, we're about 2.5 years off technically, but it's okay.
Sad.
So James Earl Jones is definitely alive of the two. I don't need to Google that one. I know that James is alive. Anyways, back to these two. I don't know how the hell we went down that that tangent of who's dead or alive. I hate to say it though, James, he doesn't have much time left. James is old. He's old. If you remember the movie The Sandlot, if anybody remembers the movie The Sandlot, he was the blind man in The Sandlot. I show my kids that movie. So James, give us 10 more years, please. Too bad he doesn't do Comic-Cons. Anyways, all right, I'm going to keep going on a rant here. Out of these two, before I ask your opinion, I do want to stress, and I hate to say it, this one's kind of stupid. It's basically a copy and paste of the two with a side cart. I don't know if you really are catching that because I know depending on the screen you're on, it's a tiny little side cart that we have on here. It's really jacking up the price quite a bit. But before I say much, what's your opinion on the two bikes here?
I'd say go for the cheaper one because I don't really care for clones anyways. But the speeder is cool. I would like the speeder for sure.
Okay, the only reason I had my hands up, I feel like, let me find a better picture of it. Get out of here with the, oh no, I don't want to talk to the droid right now. All right, here we go. Sideshow. I just wanted to kind of a singular picture of the bike. So earlier when I showed it for you, I feel like you thought it was fantastic looking. I don't want to speak for you, but when I showed it to you, you were like, get it.
Yeah, of course I want it, but you didn't show me side by side. I'm just saying I want the cheaper one because I don't really care for clones, but it's still a really nice speeder.
Okay, all right. So yeah, and in my opinion, and dare I say, for starters, obviously there's it's reminiscent of the Clone Wars because it is from the Clone Wars. But to me, as a fan and somebody who has played a lot of games and knows the source material, there's some old Republic and some Republic vibes to the vehicle that I'm seeing here. So it's like this just brings back some childhood memories to me. Every vehicle that we've been offered so far as a speeder bike has been those very stereotypical speeder bikes from Return of the Jedi, dare I say. And then the one that it was in the Mandalorian was just a different colored version of that. This thing is just a brand new, like a video game, a brand new IP, and I just think it looks absolutely amazing, and it excites me. The only thing that I'm seeing that I would go on a tangent about is going to be, some of the things that people get annoyed at me about. The base looks like a piece of crap. Look at the size of the bike on this thing, and it's being held on. I wish I had one around here. The normal little pipe, bendable pipe thing that holds your 1/6 characters. So that would hold a Spider-Man or a Iron Man, and you're going to put that thing on a giant bike with a clone. You would really have to be a balancing act, unless anybody disagrees with me, to get that thing from falling over. What do you think?
It looks like one of those bendable ones.
It's one of those bendable ones.
But I think, wouldn't that support the weight? Oh, you're talking about the stand. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, again, Doc, I can't agree more. Just substance is the best way. Unless like before when I was talking about poopy pants, he was talking about pants, and I was talking about getting pants. We were on different pages. We're on the same page with this one. This thing has substance. It's a beefy bike. I really can't stress enough. This thing looks badass. Now, price-wise, let me break down the price. Let me give you the opinion on my opinion on the price. So we're at $515 now. At $515, and we're coming with Commander Apu. Listen, I'm not the biggest Clone Wars fan from the cartoon there. We're going to be, you're smiling too. We're not the biggest Clone Wars fans. I think they're brutal to sit through. Kill me. Throw a spear at both of us right now. You're probably going to agree. They're very hard to sit through. However, I've sat through every single one of them. I don't really know who Commander Apu is. Regardless of who the character is, that looks absolutely insane. If we pluck this guy out of this 2-pack, in my opinion, that would be a $250 to $280 character. So at $515, I mean, I think it's a good, Comcast, don't fail me now with the internet. I think at $515, it's a really good price. Obviously, we're going to be fearful of shipping. I think shipping on this thing is going to be very, very expensive. It would probably be in the $30 to $60 range. I don't know if Sideshow does some type of flat shipping. I've never bought vehicles or things of this magnitude for them, but I don't know if you have any last opinions on this, my dear.
It's huge. It's not going to fit in the DTOF.
Not going to fit in the DTOF, and it's probably a conversation for another day. I did pick up, and all my fans are going to throw a spear at me, from T-Dubs. I placed an order for the speeder bike from Mandalorian. Now, I know I mentioned this to you. The reason I placed the order from T-Dubs is it was a ridiculous price. I'm a deal hunter. You think I'm crazy? I don't give a crap. Hold on, let me bring these up right away. All right, we got this. Anytime we bring up T-Dubs, listen. I'm a deal hunter. I'm a risk taker sometimes. I'm going to throw the dice. They had some deal that said $370 shipped for the Mandalorian speeder and the bike. And then I had discount code, a 10% discount code, and I might have had some in-store points from previous purchases that I got screwed over on. It brought it down so low that I was like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to get this. This is a random tangent right now. I placed the order like a month ago. Where is it? Where is it, T-Dubs? It still says processing. What does that mean, processing? Why would it take a month to process the order? Just tell me if it's in stock or not. That's all I really care about. I'll be honest, if they had told me, hey, it's this price, you use all your points, and you still get it 2 months from now, I don't think I would give a crap. I would probably still have bought it. It's more this principle of it's in stock. We got this deal going on. You got the points, and you got this and that. Where is it? And if I ask for a return, you're only going to offer me a 30% in-store coupon. Come on.
But that's the price you pay if you're gonna go back to them.
The only reason I was gonna lead me to a perfect joke, it's like, at least send me the phantom tracking. Come on, processing for a month. Send me fake tracking at this point. Just tell me it's shipped. I would rather have false hope than to sit there every day wondering what the hell are these guys doing processing this thing. Just tell me where it is. I don't know. I just don't even know what to say anymore. So, Lucas, I appreciate it. It's just, I feel like, I have another buddy I was talking to today. These are my platforms to babble about places like this. It's whether it's right or wrong. You know what the other funny parts of these conversations are? You always have the person that goes, well, I had a good experience there. So did I. I've had good experiences, T-dubs. I never said they're the biggest piece of crap in the world. It's just a roll of the dice. It's a conversation that my wife and I will have another day. It's like, where to buy from. I'm not sure if I could ever truly advise anybody to buy from there because it truly is a roll of the dice. So, anyways, T-dubs, let me get that speeder bike. Come on, please. Come on. Any day now. It's just a processing, a shipping tracking, anything. So, as far as the rest of that live cast goes, news and announcements, I don't know if you this will probably throw people away at this point. I was excited for the 4v4 arena game. I know you're gonna fall asleep. That game looks badass. That was the first time I've even heard of it, but the arena game looks good. I don't know if you have any comments about the arena game.
None whatsoever.
None whatsoever. And then lastly would just be the comic book announcements. There was a ton of comic book announcements. Look at this. I love this right here. Exactly, babble. That's right, Lucas. I'm gonna babble. If you're gonna screw me over and take my $400 a month ago. So anyways, this guy's gonna drag me down a rabbit hole. Thanks a lot, Lucas. But anyways, yeah, the comic book announcements, I think at first I thought they were just book announcements, but I ended up being very, very excited for the announcements after that. But beyond that, I don't know. I'm pretty excited. Like I said, kind of in the beginning of this, I think it'll be a good kind of closing segue. What we saw here today was the spark. And I mean this, and I'm not trying to be a Star Wars, give you some cheesy quote. It was the spark and gave us hope of what's to come. The Mandalorian was good. Boba Fett, it's a conversation for another day.
The Mando made Boba Fett good.
Say that again?
The Mando made it good.
Without the Mandalorian, I don't know what the hell that would have even done. In fact,
I liked the his history, his backstory with the Tusken. That was pretty awesome.
Teary-eyed.
Teary-eyed. Yeah.
To this day, it makes me a little bit like I can't believe we didn't pick up the 2-pack. We still only have the regular boba. I wish we had picked up the 2-pack. I know that at first we were saying we don't need it.
And what a very clever way that they integrated the Tuscans, because we've always seen them, in the movies, right? And then we don't. It's like, what are they? What are they?
As like only a brutal, idiotic clan, in a way that destroyed Anakin's life.
Idiotic. They were just not like, they were like from they're an ancient civilization.
Maybe I'm going the caveman route of calling them idiotic, but they were. I don't know if you call them an ancient civilization. We don't know you and I don't know the back.
Yeah, no, they were there back when like Tatooine was water. That's if you paid attention in Boba Fett, you would know that too. It was like they were like
you people hearing this? This lady talks to me on a daily basis, by the way. Again, conversation for another day. I do know what you're talking about. They dropped those water hints like 100 times during that season. Like everybody thought, well, the planet used to have water. We used to have water. I get it. They've been around there for a long time. You're right there. But they still, prior to this movie, they seemed like a bunch of idiots to me. The Sand people, all they did was yell. Rrr! Let me try. Ready? I'm going to try to do I'm going to embarrass myself. Here's my Sand people thing. Not bad, right?
Just because they were like indigenous doesn't mean that they were idiots, okay? Like...
Listen, sometimes we might get aggressive between one another. Getting aggressive could be a positive thing. You know, I talked about somebody like that today. Getting aggressive and, you know, throwing out different opinions with each other can be rewarding, and you could grow in the end. So,
passion, right? Passion and aggression. Remember that thing?
you don't want to pull me down that rabbit hole right now. I can't believe you even brought that up right now. Anyways, what my wife is referring to, and again, I have a friend. I would genuinely consider him a friend. We had a conversation. No, you know what? Two people I had this conversation with that I would genuinely consider friends. If you're passionate about something, does that give you the right to get aggressive with other individuals? You know, meaning cross that threshold of swearing, maybe calling names. And I mean swearing to the point of like, hey, you can't say that around my kids. Calling each other names. And, you know, again, your opinion on that?
Of course not. That's just disrespectful. Unless you're like married to you. No, but it's never okay.
Session all of a sudden.
No, it's never okay. It's okay to be passionate, but you still have to be respectful. You know, just because someone's views is not the same as yours doesn't mean they're wrong. You know what I mean? So people need to chill out.
Yeah. And ultimately, I think that there's one-off situations, maybe two-off situations where I don't want to say it's a get out of jail free card, but if you went overboard, I think that's okay. If you are passionate like that every single day, swearing at people, you know, calling them a piece of crap just because of your beliefs and stuff, that's where I think what we're saying is like, yeah, there's a threshold of like, you can be passionate, but you got to be respectful at the same time. I mean, I don't know why, but every time this conversation comes up, it really truly reminds me of the Trump wars. You know, that's when it really came out, whether you liked Trump or didn't.
Let's not go into that.
I'm not going to go down the rabbit hole of Trump and stuff, but whether you like Trump or not, those conversations, people just got really mean, right? Wasn't that the point where political wars, they got really
divided the nation?
Exactly. You know, but it kind of reminds me of like some of the community.
Star Wars, babe.
Okay, I go down a rabbit hole, but it just reminds me of it again. It's just like getting passionate about something, whether it's a president or your beliefs in, you know, our community. It's never a blanket to be aggressive. That's all we're saying. It's really never a blanket to be aggressive. But I do understand the one-offs, and I really want to stress that. I mean it. 2 offs, 3 offs. We all get to a point where it's a boiling point, and we're all allowed to go what we consider. And I don't know how many times you hear me say this, my love. But you're going below the line. You know, in life, the objective is to stay above the line as much as you can, but it's okay to go below the line a few times, spew that negative energy out. But if it becomes a consistent thing, I just think at that point, I don't agree with it anymore. So
you'll just look and sound smarter if you just respond instead of react. So
that's what I said, right? Or quite the opposite. You have to, whether it's you or any of my friends, you're always trying to talk me off a ledge. Like, don't say that. Don't do that. Don't say that. So I do have a safety net. You know, everybody hears me babbling. If it weren't for my wife and some friends, I mean, that thing would explode, and I don't know what would happen. The channel would be banned, and I would just be left alone in the dust. But anyways, with that said, any more comments on today before we kind of get ready and prep Street Profits? Obi Wan, woo! Hold on, one more time. Obi Wan Kenobi, woo! Sorry. What are you thinking?
No, you're really awesome. I'm super excited for Obi Wan. Can't wait.
Excitement for my big head. The excitement for Obi-Wan here tonight. Get this visor back up is next level. Let's see. No more comments at the moment, but I just want to stress, as earlier we had some back and forth dialogue about poopy and pantsing. That's right. I'm wearing an adult diaper because tonight's going to be freaking insane. We got Obi-Wan episode 1. We got Obi-Wan episode 2. I should probably know the year difference between when we've seen Obi-Wan and now, but it's been a long time. And I think Obi-Wan might be exciting for me, but dear Darth Vader, what's going to happen when you see Darth Vader tonight?
I'm going to cry.
She's going to cry. And that's the truth. You know what? Again, conversation for another day. My wife has a Darth Vader tattoo, and she's like, should I show it on the cast tonight? No! No, you're not going to show your Darth Vader tattoo tonight. Hell no. That is off limits. And it's not in that crazy of a spot. It's on her leg, but that is for another day. Darth Vader tattoo is for another day. People can shut up about the Darth Vader tattoo. If Obi-Wan is great, we can consider it. So, any final closing words?
May the Force be with you all.
May the Force be with you all. So, may the Force be with you all from KC Toys. Hey now, we love you very much. See you guys next time!